Thanks for joining us today at HXGN TV. I'm your host, Neville Judd, and today we're discussing the future of mining integration. Joining me is Glenn Wylde, who is Executive Vice President of Technology and Innovation for Hexagon Mining. Glenn, thanks for joining us
Yeah,
today.
you're welcome.
So Glenn, the tougher times get for the mining industry, the harder IT companies like Hexagon Mining have to work to help them. What are Hexagon Mining's priorities from a technology standpoint to do that?
Yeah, sure. So at the moment, I guess we're really focusing on integrating a lot of opportunities that we see for clients to improve their business, to improve operational efficiency. And that really comes around through not only just providing single point product solutions, but being able to provide multi-dimensional products and solutions that touch different areas of an operation. I think right now, the buzzword is that data is the new oil. So and the refinery for that is the analytics, and we really want to be able to connect different data sources together and provide information through to the site so that they can improve the operation and do that on as short an interval as possible. So rather than waiting for an event to happen and then come back and say, how did we go? It's rather, well, as the event or the execution of a plan is happening, being able to improve that as you're operating. So I guess our technology push right now is, as well as developing some great solutions, it's actually about connecting and integrating those solutions as well.
Right. Now, there's no shortage of studies that suggest mines that ignore digital will go the way of dinosaurs. Why is digital so important?
Yeah, I guess right now operations are looking to save money. They're paring down, they're slashing, cutting costs, and they're really trying to improve their efficiency and reduce their costs. And one of the key ways to do that is to look at innovation, look at technology. It's not so much about just dig as much as you can and hope the bottom line comes out okay. It's like, let's do it the most efficient way. Where can we save money, and how can we learn from the operation to just continuously improve that? So miners are really starting to set an innovation roadmap. So traditionally they'd maybe focus on one key area and try and improve it, but right now they're looking at a broad spectrum, the whole value chain of an operation, and actually defining for themselves an innovation roadmap, which for us is great because that's exactly how we develop. Right. So we're finding that they're wanting to partner with us, to collaborate and do small proof of concepts to prove a technology, and then to start small and then scale big and bring that innovation through into the mine.
So where does Hexagon Mining fit into that digital vision?
I guess our whole goal is technology. It's about bringing innovation to the mining industry. It's about creating solutions rather than just feature-heavy products. So we work with miners. We obviously are close to them at different levels and engaging what are their problems they're facing and how can we provide solutions for that. So an example is building products that actually meet a need rather than building a product that we hope is going to work. So we've seen a real push through integration of planning and operations in the last few years. So we're working on providing solutions for that. We're obviously building a roadmap for autonomous solutions and semi-autonomous equipment and operator assist mode. We're building also solutions for terrain management and really just trying to look at these key areas where we can improve the operation.
Right. So speaking of integration, I know you have some interesting solutions coming out. I understand live terrain is on the near horizon. Tell me a little bit about live terrain.
Sure. So I guess historically, when you look at the survey acquisition on a mining operation, it's very piecemeal. So one guy does a small pickup and then he stitches it into the master plan and then they try and publish that to everyone on site. We really see an opportunity to build an enterprise level workflow for collecting the sensor information, automating the processing of the data, and then the ability to distribute that to everyone on the site, not just the guy at his desktop, back in the office, right, but the production guy in the field, like what's happened to my pit face, how far is it advanced versus plan. So it's not just about, it's about democratizing the terrain data and making it available to everyone and automating that workflow. So it's a really exciting project. We've had a lot of interest from large clients already. Everyone we talk to is very keen to get on board and run a trial with us. And yeah, it's going to be a successful launch.
Right. So I've heard there's also some integration going on between blasting, collision avoidance, and fleet management. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's amazing actually when you start looking at the whole life cycle of drilling, blasting, the design process, then the actual execution of that, and then how you bring that information gathered back into the mine plan. There's some massive advantages. So when you design a plan or a blast hole design, you then go and drill it, but there's a lot of key information we get from the sensors on that drill. So how hard is the rock, what is the rock type, the pull down pressure. So we can take that information and then circle that back into the geological block model that represents the deposit, and then be able to improve and estimate better how to charge the next blast, how to assign resources for doing the next drilling. And so there's a massive ability to improve the efficiency of the operation by actually taking that information and pushing it back into the planning cycle.
So aside from this great mine planning software, fleet management technology, safety, you've also got this vast array of monitoring technology, GNSS and scanners and machine control. Where does that fit into?
Yeah, we're sport for choice, really. Yeah. I mean, Hexagon has a great array of technologies in the sense area. Recent acquisition was IDS for radar, for movements in the operation. So we're really starting to do some integration there. We're bringing that the data we collect directly into our planning software and the fleet management for being able to alert operators, for example, directly on their monitor inside their equipment if there's a potential failure, if there's been any displacement from the radar technology. So we really see just connecting that information and just making it easy. We want to make it easy for people to make decisions, not have to do hours of processing and learn something after the fact, but find out right now what is going on. So bringing the sensors directly into the planning software, into the fleet management just makes a lot of sense.
Right. Where does autonomous fit in with this vision?
Yeah, I guess autonomous is, it's coming. You can't stop it. We see it already. There's pilots and prototypes happening in the automotive industry. Some mining companies have launched into it heavily with some of their own pilot projects. I guess the advantage we see from Hexagon is, we're not an OEM. We don't build mining equipment, and we don't want to be stuck with only, new operations or greenfields. We want to be able to go to a brownfield or existing operation and say, hey, we have a solution for you. We want to be able to retrofit autonomous kits onto existing fleets rather than saying you have to go and buy a new truck to use it. So our roadmap is really about encouraging the industry and proving the technology. So we're starting with collision avoidance, vehicle intervention, so we actually automatically stop the equipment if there's a pending collision, reverse guidance and so forth. So these kind of stepping stones will eventually get us to a full autonomous solution.
And just finally, I know you're on the road a lot, you talk to a lot of customers. What's the kind of feedback you're getting from clients about what you're doing?
Yeah, it's been amazing. So I think we see a real hunger for technology. Most mining companies now are investing heavily in digitizing their mine and being able to add innovation to their roadmap. They're starting to staff differently and provide resources that can take advantage of the information. So when they see a technology company lay before them a number of opportunities to do that, they want to get on board. So we're really seeing a great engagement of that. I guess there's green shoots happening in the mining cycle. We're starting to see some positive things come through in the industry as far as improvement, in the cycle. So for us, the sky is blue and we're ready to, move forward.
Awesome. Glenn, thanks very much for joining us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So we'd like to thank our guest, Glenn Wylde, for joining us today. If you'd like to learn more about Hexagon Mining, visit hexagonmining.com. And to watch more episodes of HXGN TV, visit hxgntv.com. Thanks very much for watching.